As you can see at the moment, the bottom of these pants look embarrassing. Like, I was literally rushing out the house, so I really just cut them and folded them up underneath. But we're going to fix that. So the first thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to measure from the top of the pants down to the length that I want these pants to be. If the bottom of your pants don't look chewed up like mine to begin with, which ideally they shouldn't, then what you could possibly do instead is measure from the hem of the pants up by like an inch or so. So now I'm just going ahead with a ruler. I'm using a meter ruler and a rotary cutter to line up that measurement and then cut off the excess fabric, so we're just left with the clean, nice hem for the bottom of the pants. A tip when using leather as well, you want to make sure that your scissors or the rotary cutter that you're using is really sharp, so you can have that very clean finish. So yeah, just bear that in mind as well. So now for the fun part, I'm using this leather adhesive that I got from Amazon. I will link it in the description if you want to buy it. And we're going to use this to hem the pants instead of using our sewing machine. As you can see, this is what it looks like. So I'm peeling it off, and the one layer is sticky at the moment and the other is not. So I'm going to start off with that sticky layer. I'm on the wrong side of my fabric, and I'm just going to stick that sticky layer all around the bottom, the very bottom of the hem of the pants. So I'm using one hand to stick it down, and then I'm using my fingers to kind of smooth it out as I go along, so that there's no bubbles or gaps as I'm sticking it on, because the last thing that we want is to have like puckering or anything like that when we're sticking this down. What I'll say as well is when you do go all the way around, take your time as much as possible to make sure that those seams are flat, and then once the sticky tape meets the side that we started at, I'm just going to clip that excess away. So once we have taped down that first side, I'm going to slowly remove the white sticky tape to reveal the other sticky tape side. And then what we're going to do, I'm going to peel it all the way off, and then I'm going to fold up slowly and carefully to enclose that sticky tape. I'm going to make sure that I am not adding excess to that. So I'm folding at the point where the sticky tape ends. That's the point that I'm folding up at, if that makes sense, as you can see. And as I'm doing that, I'm just pushing or pressing down to kind of make sure it's secure. It feels quite natural or easy as you're folding it along. Just take your time to make sure again that there's no gaps or bubbles when you're doing this, because we want this to be as neat as possible. So that is the first leg, and I'm literally just going to repeat that for the other leg. As you can see, I've tried to smooth it out so it's as neat and smooth as possible. If you do have any bubbles, you can kind of press it out with your finger. But this time it really ain't love, no reason, no rhyme, no speaking I'm mine. So I'm just repeating that process for the second leg. So again, taking the tape, sticking that around the very edge, so the bottom hem, making sure obviously that it's inside out. So yeah, sticking that to the bottom all the way around, cutting off the point where the tape meets the other side of the tape, if that makes sense, peeling off the sticky tape to reveal the double sticky tape side, and then folding up and pressing that all the way around so it's as neat and secure as possible. What I would say as well, you can also use an iron to press these seams to make sure that they are as flat and as fused together as possible. Bear in mind, we don't press directly on leather, so you'll want to use or take whatever precautionary measures that you need to put fabric on top of that, just to make sure that you're not ironing directly on leather. We don't want to ruin our pants that are newly hemmed, so yeah, bear that in mind as well. And this is the final look. Let me know what you think. It's definitely an improvement from what we had in the beginning. Pros, I would say this is very quick, very easy. It requires no sewing skills whatsoever. I just wish the tape was a tiny bit stickier, but yeah, that is it for this video. Make sure you check out this one next.